There's no denying the role that these shocking quotes by the female cast members play in making the 90 Day Fiancé franchise so incredible. Sometimes, 90 Day Fiancé is much more than a TV show franchise about Americans and their romantic relationships with their international partners. Fans tend to become so engrossed in these storylines that it's easy for them to pick up a quote by a cast member they love or even loathe and use it so frequently that it becomes a part of their everyday vernacular. The show has given reality TV some of the most memorable quotes over the years, and most of them are courtesy of the franchise's female cast members. From its growing popularity since its debut season in 2014 to 10 years later today, viewers have been treated to these unbelievable quotes that are so outlandish they are a part of the 90 Day Fiancé culture. Angela Deem takes the cake, quite literally, for the most iconic lines said in this unscripted series. These quotes have found their way to t-shirts, holiday greeting cards, and coffee mugs, and, of course, will remain funny even another 50 years down the line. Larissa Lema was the one who said this iconic quote during 90 Day Fiancé Season 6, when Colt Johnson's brother John questioned her intentions for wanting to marry his cousin. You think about **** king riches and glory and glam, and all this others ****, to say John, who also took issue with how Larissa treated Colt's mom Debbie Johnson. Colt was sitting right next to Larissa as she told John, "I will be a millionaire. I will be a millionaire in a few years." John called Larissa out for being fake. "I'm sorry," he said. The fight spilled from the patio to the kitchen. Larissa uninvited John and anybody who was against her from her wedding. "Who is against the queen will die," Larissa proclaimed. "The queen don't want you," she yelled. Colt had questioned his decision to marry Larissa. He didn't want to marry someone who was completely irrational and yelled and screamed at his family. Alas, Colt went ahead with the wedding. And in hindsight, John knew exactly what he was saying. Ariela Weinberg brought Binyam Schreiber to America in 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 on a K-1 visa. Ariela's bond with her parents was problematic. Fred and Janice funded Ariela and Binyam's apartment in Ethiopia, along with getting her a full-time nanny and so on. When Ariela came to the U.S., they got her a rental apartment in New Jersey. While Ariela had been working as a freelance writer and helped her father with administrative duties in his medical practice, she seemingly didn't do any work at all once she started her reality TV career. However, once Ariela was faced with actual work, she began complaining about her exhausting schedule. Binyam had aspirations of becoming an MMA fighter. Ariela and Binyam clashed over the costs of training, along with Ariela feeling like it wasn't a practical career path to support a family. Ariela complained about her work, which involved driving Binyam to MMA training, managing a social media account, and watching baby Avi. Ariela had felt pressured to find a job and a way to pay for the rent and utilities in her apartment. She even told her parents that she wouldn't have chosen a bigger, more expensive apartment with all the amenities if it were up to her. Jess Caroline declared that trash was better than Colt during Happily Ever After. Season 5. Jess formed an alliance with Colt's ex-wife Larissa when she found out he was having a relationship with Vanessa Guerra, who he claimed was just a good friend. Colt also had a tendency to send his naked photos to other women while he was dating Jess. She met Larissa after her breakup with Colt. Jess had thought Larissa was just bitter about her divorce from Colt and regretted not having heeded her warnings. "I wish I'd listened to Larissa when she called me and say, 'Jess, be careful. Colt is trash man,'" Jess told the camera. Anfisa Nava gave viewers one of the most quotable scenes in the franchise's history when she told her then-husband George Nava to "get my red bag with the makeup." Anfisa from Russia felt cheated and lied to when she arrived in the U.S. and found out that George was faking how much money he had. George had told Anfisa he was a millionaire when he was deep in debt. Anfisa was heading to her green card interview when she got into an argument with George. George forgot his wallet inside the house while they were running late. "Where are you going?" she asked. George told her that he was going to get his wallet. She yelled, "Get me my red bag with the makeup," as shared by 90 Day Fiancé Updates. When George asked Anfisa for the key, she said, "Yes, you can have a key," before throwing the keys on the ground outside the car for George to retrieve. Before Molly Hopkins' tumultuous relationship with Kelly Brown which ended in a split on 90 Day. The Last Resort. There was her storyline with Luis Mendez on 90 Day Fiancé Season 5. 3 days before their wedding, Molly confronted Luis about how he was treating her kids. Luis tried to deflect the conversation by turning her attention to her home decor. He told her that her owl decor, the status of Buddha, and African-style masks are brujeria or witchcraft. She told Luis what he was saying was nuts before uttering her iconic line, "You're blaming an owl with a candle on the fact that you are an *** hole to my kids." Angela Deem and Michael Ilsami's relationship has several OMG moments that 90DF fans will never be able to forget. Michael was trying to mend things with Angela in a 2019 episode of Happily Ever After, when she was fed up with Michael's behavior on social media and took some much-needed time away from him. However, Michael turned up with a cake to apologize to Angela while she was getting her hair braided at a salon. This worked the last time after the BJ incident. But this time, Angela flipped out. Angela kicked Michael out of the salon, took the cake, and smashed the cake right in his face. Chantal Everett and Pedro Jimeno are no longer a couple, and viewers have started to believe what Karen Everett said about Pedro's family could be true, especially after he filed for a divorce in 2022. Karen claimed that she uncovered a website that Pedro's mom, Lydia Morel, allegedly ran. She believed the family was a part of an elaborate green card scam in the Dominican Republic. Karen believed that Lydia finds stupid Americans to match with a person on the island in order to harvest the American dollar. However, despite hiring a private investigator, Karen wasn't able to find proof to back her claims. Angela and Michael's 22-year age difference meant that she wasn't able to help continue his bloodline. Angela underwent an ultrasound and discovered she was on her last egg. Things didn't look good for Angela to carry her own baby at 53. However, Angela turned to her daughter Skyla for help. "I can tote it, I just need your egg," was a plea Angela made to her daughter. It became one of the most famous quotes in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise.